Hello everyone and welcome to all of you to our channel Schrodinger's Cat, and this is Devabrata here. So in our previous lecture we had discussed the class 11, the set, relation and the function, and in our today's class we will discuss the inverse trigonometric functions from class 12. Here today we will cover that the domain and range of inverse trigonometric functions, principal value of inverse trigonometric functions, properties of inverse trigonometric functions, infinite series of infinite inverse trigonometric functions, and the total number of questions coming in the JEE Main, 2 or 3 questions, and the JEE Advanced 2 questions are coming from these chapters. So let's get started. And I just confess one thing, that for your exam point of view, today we just discuss the chapter summary in a nutshell, or chapter snapshot at a glance, and after we will discuss that the previous year problem of total 10, and after covering the topic of your exam point of view, we just elaborately to discuss in your theory. So in that chapter inverse trigonometric function, so first one, that the reciprocal relations, that so just a minute, that the reciprocal relations. So here just a minute, the pen is not working, so basically I try to fix it. Hello, just working. So we just discuss here the reciprocal relations. So I just sorry that my pen is not working for the written. So now it is fine, that the reciprocal relations. So that sin inverse x is equal to cosec inverse 1 by x, and the cos inverse x is equal to sec inverse 1 by x. Tan inverse x is equal to cot inverse 1 by x. Cosec inverse x is equal to sin inverse 1 by x. Next one, sec inverse x is equal to cos inverse 1 by x, and the cot inverse x is equal to tan inverse 1 by x. And the theta, next one, the theta is equal to that the sin inverse sin theta is equal to cos inverse cos theta is equal to the tan inverse tan theta. Next one, that x is equal to sin inverse sin x is equal to cos inverse cos x is equal to tan inverse tan x. And next one, that the sin inverse minus x, sin inverse minus x is equal to minus sin inverse x. Tan inverse minus x is equal to tan inverse minus x that is equal to minus tan inverse x. and the cos inverse minus x that is would be equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Pi minus cos inverse x. Next one, that sin inverse x, this transformation is equal to cos inverse root over 1 minus x square is equal to tan inverse x divided by root over 1 minus x square. Just trigonometric formula, sin x to cos x to tan x transformation. Next one, the cos inverse x equal to sin inverse root over 1 minus x square is equal to tan inverse root over 1 minus x square divided by x. Next one, the tan inverse x equal to sin inverse x divided by root over 1 plus x square is equal to cos inverse 1 by root over 1 plus x square. Just trigonometric formula using inverse form. Next one, that the sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2, and the tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x is equal to also be pi by 2. Next, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y divided by 1 minus xy, and the tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse x minus y divided by 1 plus xy. Next one, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y plus tan inverse z is equal to tan inverse x plus y plus z minus xyz divided by 1 minus xy minus yz minus zx. Next, that the sin inverse x plus sin inverse y, sin inverse x plus sin inverse y equal to the sin inverse x root over 1 minus y square plus y root over 1 minus x square. Next, sin inverse x minus sin inverse y, that equal to sin inverse x root over 1 minus y square minus y root over 1 minus x square. Next, cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, that is equal to cos inverse xy minus root over 1 minus x square into root over 1 minus y square. Next, the plus minus form, that the cos inverse x minus cos inverse y would be cos inverse xy plus root over 1 minus x square root over 1 minus y square. Next one, that 2 tan inverse x equal to tan inverse 2x divided by 1 minus x square is equal to sin inverse 2x divided by 1 plus x square, that is equal to cos inverse 1 minus x square divided by 1 plus x square. Next one, that the 2 sin inverse x is equal to sin inverse 2x root over 1 minus x square. Next, 2 cos inverse x, that is equal to cos inverse 2x minus 2x square minus 1. Next, 3 sin inverse x, 3 sin inverse x equal to sin inverse, basically you apply the sin 3 theta formula. So sin inverse 3x minus 4x cube. Next, 3 cos inverse x equal to cos inverse 4x cube minus 3x. Next, 3 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 3x minus x cube divided by 1 minus 3x square. So these are our formula of inverse trigonometric function. Now we just switched our lecture into problem discussion session. First one is coming the recent question JEE Advanced 2024. It says that considering only the principal values of the inverse trigonometric function, the value of tan of sin inverse 3 by 5 minus 2 cos inverse 2 by root 5 is what? So that here is given tan of sin inverse 3 by 5 minus 2 cos inverse 2 by root 5. So that is equal to, we just transform cos inverse to tan inverse with the help of the triangular rule, that rectangular, right angular triangular, that 3 3 and the 4. So by the transformation, that sin inverse 3 by 5 would be tan inverse 3 by 4, and next one, that the 1 2 and the hypotenuse root 5. So cos inverse 2 by root 5, that is equal to tan inverse half. So we just apply here, that would become the tan of tan inverse 3 by 4 minus 2 tan inverse half. Next, that would be equal to, just a minute, so that is equal to tan of tan inverse 3 by 4 minus tan inverse, we just tan inverse xy formula, 2 into half 1 minus 1 by 4, we just use here, that 2 tan inverse x equal to tan inverse 2x divided by 1 minus x square. So this would become the tan of tan inverse 3 by 4 minus tan inverse 4 by 3, that would be equal to tan of tan inverse 4 by 3 minus, sorry, a minus b, so 3 by 4 minus 4 by 3 divided by, with the denominator, 3 by 4 into 4 by 3. So it would become the tan of tan inverse 9 minus 16 divided by 12 divided by 1 plus 1. So it would become, just calculate, minus 7 by 24. Minus 7 by 24 means B would be our correct answer. Go ahead in our next problem, that is also a recent type of questions that coming in JEE Main 2024 is a numerical answer type question. Says that for n belongs to capital N, if cot inverse 3 plus cot inverse 4 plus cot inverse 5 plus cot inverse n equal to pi by 4, then what is the value of the n? So that the cot inverse 3 plus cot inverse 4 plus cot inverse 5 plus cot inverse n, that is pi by 4, is given. So we just apply cot inverse x equal to tan inverse 1 by x. So tan inverse 1 by 3 plus tan inverse 1 by 4 plus tan inverse 1 by 5 plus tan inverse 1 by n equal to pi by 4. Just transform. Now that the tan inverse 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 divided by 1 minus 1 by 3 into 1 by 4. We just use here the formula, these first two, and second, fourth, that 1 by 5 plus 1 by n divided by 1 minus 1 by 5 into 1 by n, that is equal to pi by 4. So we just here the apply the tan inverse x plus tan inverse y rule, that I just write here the tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, that is equal to the tan inverse x minus x plus y divided by 1 minus xy, this formula. So just calculate here that the tan inverse 7 by 11 plus tan inverse n plus 5 divided by 5n minus 1, that will be equal to pi by 4. So next one, the tan inverse 7 by 11 plus n plus 5, just use again formula, 5n minus 1 minus 7 by 11 into n plus 5 divided by 5n minus 1, that would be equal to pi by 4. Just calculate. So here this would be become 35n minus 7 plus 11n plus 55 divided by 11 into 5n minus 1 minus 7 n plus 5, that would be equal to 1. So tan inverse in right hand side tan pi by 4 equal to 1. Now n would be 47. So n would be 47. So 47 integer would be our correct answers. Go ahead in our next problem. Also recent type of questions, I just choose for your better concept the recent type of questions that coming in JEE Main 2022. It says that the value of cot of summation n1 to 50 tan inverse 1 by 1 plus n square is what? So just taking a function that the tan inverse 1 divided by 1 plus n square, that equal to tan inverse n plus 1 minus n 1 plus n into n plus 1. We just write in this form. Next one, that the tan inverse n plus 1 minus tan inverse n. So use this formula by I just write here, and so that the summation n1 to 50, that tan inverse n plus 1 minus tan inverse n, that would be equal to tan inverse 51 minus tan inverse 1. So take cot both sides. Now take cot both sides. So because the question is the value with the cot, so cot sum in 1 to 50 tan inverse 1 divided by 1 plus n square. So just calculate the cot, this value we just find here, the 51, so plus tan inverse 1, and now cot to tan transfer. So I just miss one thing, that here it would be become minus, because we just get tan inverse 51 minus tan inverse 1. Okay, so that here 1 by, we just change cot to tan, so 1 by 10 of tan inverse 51 minus tan inverse 1. So it would become 1 plus 51 into 1 divided by 51 minus 1. So it would become, after calculation, 26 by 25. 26 divided by 25. A would be your correct answer. Go ahead. Our next, that is also a recent type of important questions coming in JEE Main 2024. That saying, I just have, it is a question of properties of triangle. So for alpha beta gamma equal to theta, if sin inverse alpha plus sin inverse beta plus sin inverse gamma equal to pi, and alpha plus beta plus gamma into alpha minus gamma plus beta equal to 3 alpha beta, then what is the value of gamma? So let us assume that the sin inverse alpha equal to A, sin inverse beta equal to B, and the sin inverse gamma equal to C. So by the triangular property that also given here, the sin inverse alpha plus sin inverse beta plus sin inverse gamma equal to pi is given, that is equal to A plus B plus C would be pi, and given also that the alpha plus beta plus gamma into alpha minus gamma plus beta, that is equal to C alpha beta. So it would become, or that alpha plus beta whole square minus gamma square is 3 alpha beta. So, or alpha square plus beta square plus minus gamma square is equal to alpha beta. So next, or that alpha square plus beta square minus gamma square divided by 2 alpha beta is equal to half. This is the cos C equal to half, or this would become 1 minus sin square C would be half. So it would become, sin square C means gamma, 1 minus gamma square would be half, so gamma would be root 3 by 2, and the formula here apply, the cos A is equal to, A means minus A square, right, and here others, B square plus C square by 2BC. This formula we have applied. So root 3 by 2 would be our answers. C, root 3 by 2. Last questions. That is from the Also recent question, JEE Main 2019, the value of cot of sum n1 to 19 cot inverse 1 plus summation p1 to n to p is equal to what? So that here cot sum n1 to 19 cot inverse 1 plus sum p1 to n 2p, so equal to, I just not write against 1 to 19 or p1 to n, we just cot sum cot inverse 1 plus n into n plus 1. We just apply here the formula that p1 to n, p equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot dot n, summation formula in series form, n into n plus 1 by 2. So equal to that the cot sum n1 to 19 cot inverse, it would become 1 plus n square, that is equal to cot summation, I just transfer in tan inverse, so 1 by 1 plus n common here, n plus 1, so cot inverse x equal to tan inverse 1 by x because x greater than 0. So here the cot summation tan inverse, I just write in strategy that n plus 1 minus n, that would be 1, and the 1 plus n into n plus 1 for formula. And next it would become the cot summation n1 to infinity, I just write here tan inverse n plus 1 minus tan inverse n, very important formula, tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus x2 equal to tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, we just apply here. Now that we just separate the summation, so cot that would be tan inverse 2 minus tan inverse 1 plus tan inverse 3 minus tan inverse 2 plus dot dot plus last element tan inverse 20 minus tan inverse 19. So it would become that cot pi by 2 minus cot inverse 20 minus pi by 2 minus cot inverse 1, because the tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equal to pi by 2. And another important formula, we just use the tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, that is equal to tan inverse x minus y divided by 1 plus xy. So here it would become that the cot of cot inverse 1 minus cot inverse 20, because we just apply here the formula, I just write in another pen that the cot of a minus b equal to cot a cot b minus 1 divided by cot b minus cot a. Now this should be become that 1 into 20 plus 1 20 minus 1, this formula apply, so this would become 20 plus 1 21, 20 minus 1 19. So 21 by 19 would be our correct answer would be B. So we just cover 5 important questions coming in JEE Main and advanced recent type of questions, and for your better concept and understanding and clarify the fundamentals, I usually give you 5 another important questions and you pause this video and take a screenshot quickly. So I think we just take a screenshot of these 5 problems. So we just cover here 10 important questions in inverse trigonometric functions, and last one the contact section. Solve this homework, and if anyone needs this file of my YouTube lecture, just mail without any hesitations that the cat Schrodinger's 1935@gmail.com. And I think after solving the 10 questions from this chapter, you all usually go through all over the questions coming in the JEE Main and advanced, and also the WBJE, and you will be the master of the mathematics and this chapter also. So last but not the least, that the thank you very much everyone for seeing this, and stay well and happy. Have a good day. Bye bye.